What I like best is they are good people, and I feel safe and loved by them and accepted by them, and they help me through the whole process, and I get to know them, and now I know they are good people, and safety was important to me, and feeling accepted and be loved is important to me.
Hello, I'm Fran Gwastad-Sengi. Welcome to Mature Living. Have you ever considered opening your home to a senior in need? Are you someone who thrives in a home environment? The Community Adult Residences with Empowering Support, or CARES program, helps seniors and host families connect with one another in a mutually beneficial partnership. The CARES program reflects Fairfax County's ongoing commitment to expanding affordable, community-based housing options for vulnerable adults while providing financial support and encouragement to host families. Instruction in caregiving is supported as providers offer older adults daily assistance with tasks such as transportation to doctor's appointments, medication reminders, and ensuring that nutritional needs are being met. Here to discuss this concept further is Jonathan Bell, Adult Services Supervisor with the Adult and Aging Division in the Department of Family Services. Jonathan, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
The CARES program is such an intriguing concept. Can you start us off by just describing really what the program is and how long it's been in existence?
Sure. The CARES program is really unique. There really are only a few programs like it across the state of Virginia. The state calls it adult foster care, and we decided to change the name. It's a bit more descriptive about what it offers. But you talked about that connection between resident and provider, and really that's what we're looking for, are those community-based options for older adults, adults with disabilities, to receive the care that they need, housing options in the community. So they would be living in an independent setting within a home of one of our providers within our CARES program. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, the program serves vulnerable adults. I mean, that is a big catch-all phrase.
Sure.
So maybe you can sort of describe the type of clients that are able to take advantage of this program.
Sure. So the CARES program, as you said, is within the Adult and Aging Division of our Department of Family Services, and we work with older adults, 60 and over, and adults with disabilities. So someone who might be interested in the CARES program is someone who might otherwise be in an assisted living facility, that sort of level of care. Someone who needs a little bit of support with their daily needs, but can operate, can live independently in many ways. Maybe does need a little bit of support with, as you said, meal preparation, transportation to medical appointments, reminders about medications, and maybe a little bit of help with personal care needs, but wants to remain in a community setting to be able to have access to things like senior centers, their own family, friends in a setting that they're familiar with.
So you're answering my next question, but I'm going to pose it to you anyway.
Sure.
There are so many options for seniors with where they want to reside, whether it's in a big facility or now, as we're talking about, the CARES program. So how does the CARES program stand out from other options, the more institutionalized or, the big companies that are out there.
Sure.
What's the difference, and why does CARES come out on top?
Yeah, so we recognize that we're all aging, that we will all need care at some point, and that the care that we are looking for it's not one size fits all. For many people, an assisted living setting where there are many other residents, where there are lots of programs, where there's lots of facilities, that may be something that is appealing. For others, it may be more of a home-like setting that they're looking for. That's a little bit quieter, that's more individualized. And so someone may be looking for that home-like setting. And also, again, this used to be called adult foster care. And when we think about that word, often thinking about children, that we want to create that bond of family between resident and provider. And we continue to strive for that within the CARES program, that there is a family-like connection between provider and resident, that both can really benefit from this relationship, having someone living in the home.
Sounds wonderful. It really does. A host family, that brings a lot of responsibility with it. How does the CARES program support families who are undertaking this endeavor?
Yeah. So our providers are all certified, they're trained. Our program coordinator, who I know you're going to hear a little bit from later on in the program, really ensures that they are equipped to provide for residents. We recognize that caregiving for older adults, for adults with disabilities, can be challenging for families, can be challenging for loved ones. And so this is an option for that caregiving burden to be alleviated with the support of a provider, someone who can support them in those daily basic needs that they have. And providers in turn have their own support system, that they're not only from a program coordinator, but they have backups as well to ensure that they get some respite from caregiving. As well as there is not an expectation that they are providing care 24/7 every moment of the day, just general support for for the individual living in their home.
Okay, so how many host families are there out there, and can you share any success stories with us?
Yeah, so we're a growing program. Just in the last couple of years, we've grown. We have more than 10 provider homes now across the county, from Herndon to Alexandria and everywhere in between. So really ensuring that we offer opportunities across Fairfax County. So we're looking for certainly more providers. There's a growing need for this type of program. And we're really encouraged by the success that we've had, both for our residents and our providers. And in fact, some of our providers, family members have become providers, sons, husbands, others have opened their homes from providers who started. One of the success stories, and there's so many of our residents, a woman, this is a good example of how this program can meet the needs of older adults. She was living with a friend, and she was reliant on her for housing and for care, and that friend suddenly died. And so this individual very quickly needed housing support, needed daily support. We were able to identify a good placement for her in our CARES program, and so that provided for her. Now later on, when she fell victim of a scam, this provider was a great support for her, to be that buffer, to ensure that there wasn't further exploitation that she suffered, and really able to provide that stability that she needed.
That sounds fantastic. What a great story.
Yeah.
So you're really making a good case for the CARES program.
Good.
So if somebody wanted to learn more about the program or make a referral, either for themselves or their loved ones, how do they get started?
Yeah, again, we would love to hear from others who are interested in opening their homes. Also, if there are individuals who are interested in becoming a resident of the CARES program. Our Aging, Disability, and Caregiver Resources line, 703-324-7948. That is always a great place to start. That's our front door for adult and aging services. But in fact, we have a web page for our CARES program. If you just Google Fairfax CARES, that'll be the first hit on Google. We're right at the top there, and that'll give you the information about contact, more detail about the program. So that'll be a good place for folks to start.
Jonathan, I know that you've been with this for a while. You've been with the Agency on Aging for a while. What makes you get up in the morning? I mean, there's got to be something that propels you and inspires you. So it's a personal question, but can you share what you get out of it?
Yeah, and within the context of CARES, I think this is a great way that we can address two really critical needs in Fairfax County. Support for older adults, and we know that population is growing, so there's going to be an increased need there, and there already is. And there's significant housing needs, affordable housing need in Fairfax County. And CARES really marries those two. So it's really exciting to see how this program can serve older adults, provide stability through affordable housing, through care, and we're excited about this program growing. So yeah, that's what gets me excited about this program.
Jonathan, I really appreciate your sharing all this great information about this worthwhile program.
Thanks, Fran, for having me.
Absolutely. Later in the show, we'll talk about everything CARES providers need to know before signing up for this program. But first, we'll hear from a senior who needed help and the caregiver who took her into her home and gave her the help and hope she needed.
I was in between suicidal thoughts because I didn't have a place. The shelter didn't want me. So when my time's up, they kicked me out. So I have to go to the motel. And Rubina heard about it, that I'm gonna commit suicide. And she asked one of the nurses in the shelter for my name and my phone number, and she contacted me, and she brought me to her home. I was very shy and very scared because I don't know her family. I don't know the new neighbor. I was very scared, and when I have problems like that, anxiety and issue, she sit and she talked with me, and she prayed for me. I've been with her family for 12 years, and they are a great support, and they do a lot of things for me. And the best thing is they brought my daughter and I together, and my daughter and I don't get to see her when she was growing up because my family said bad things about me. But after she graduated, she contacted me, and when she could come after she graduated, it was great. It was a big joy for me. I cannot do much like playing cards and do a lot because of my disability. So what I do is I come up here and interact with them and talk to their family and get to know them. Sometimes I go to do shopping with her. I need her to take me to do my errand, like getting vitamin and personal things that I need, and do grocery, go to the store, and every day I do my walking, and I read my Bible, I pray, and I help out around the house, and I come up to talk to their family and interact with their family, they respect me and they treat me like their own family member, and I feel that it's a good program. It's a safe program. It provide us. It has a stable environment. It gives you protection, and they do everything for you. And I would recommend it to others. Rubina and her son and her husband like me, and they all want. They told me that if something happened to them, their son will take me. So it's like a continuous family thing. My granddaughter, her name is Layla. She's 4 years old. I enjoy her, and she come and play with us, and I'm a grandmother, like a grandmother to her, and it's a great joy. What I like best is they are good people, and I feel safe and loved by them and accepted by them, and they help me through the whole process, and I get to know them, and now I know they are good people, and safety was important to me, and feeling accepted and be loved is important to me.
In our first segment, I talked with Jonathan Bell with the Adult and Aging Division in the Department of Family Services. He provided a great overview of the CARES program. I now welcome Mary Lee, the CARES Program Coordinator, and Rubina Jawaid, a care provider, to talk about what CARES providers need to know before participating in this program. I welcome you both. I have a lot of questions for you today, but I think I want to start with Rubina.
Thank you.
And why should someone consider becoming a CARES provider?
It's a care provider. It's a care program is helping family. If you believe on the value of connection and care and friendship, it is what the care program is. I do my best to take care of them, to make them happy, pleased, and feel safer, to take them out of their cycle of abuse or neglect in their life. We might not able to fix their life, the brokenness of their life, but our friendship, support, and care can heal them emotionally and mentally.
That's wonderful. Mary, do you have anything to add?
Yes, yeah, as you can hear what Ms. Rubina said, I can see common nature of the provider that we do have through our program. They really have a strong heart for caring others and the desire to commitment to the community. But the interesting is they could use their heart with different ways. They could have volunteerism program, or they could, donations, but rather they choose a very unique and profound way to give back, which is they decide to open their personal sanctuary to the strangers. I want to be honest with you. I don't think everyone can do that, but because it requires a special kind of courage, commitment, and compassion. But if you can join this program, I can guarantee you will grow in different level. That's why one of the reasons we put our program as CARES, the Community Adult Residents with Empowering Support. This empowering support is not only for the client, but the provider as well. While you're serving the client, you will get a lot of information, resource. You will learn how to navigate the system. You will know how to intervene at different and various situations. Through this way, you will build your capacity to care. And I can say, I see this kind of transformation from where they are when join the program and versus who they become after joining this program. So I want to say ultimately this is the kind of journey where both the provider and the client grow together. And so it is hard, but it's truly rewarding. So I can kind of confidently and ask the people to invite as a provider.
And to your point, it's not for everyone. It takes a real special person to want to open their home and really help in that way. Mary, what are the responsibilities of a CARES provider?
So according to the state regulation and the Fairfax County policy, the core responsibility of the provider is providing a safe and supportive housing environment to the client, and also complete or assist the client their daily activities with their supervision and monitoring as well. So that includes providing private room and bathroom, and provide the nutrition and like daily meals and water and snacks. And they need to help the clients' daily activities, like if they need any bathing support, they need to provide that as well, and do the laundry and housekeeping. And they need to take the client to the medical appointment if they need it, and also do some kind of medical the medication reminder as well, and also to make sure they maintain their professionalism as the provider, certified provider. They need to process ongoing training as well that we will provide. Okay. That's the part that clearly regulate through the policy, but if the client has a specific needs, for example, they need a money management support, or they need to help with the medical appointment setup, whatever it is, based on mutual agreement, those responsibility at their mandatory responsibility.
What were the steps that you took to become a certified CARES provider? Because you've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah, over 10 years. Yeah. The main step that you take to become a provider, that you make up your mind, you want to help in your community. That was important to me. And I want that my time that I have, I spend it for others who are in need.
Being a CARES provider is very important, but you're also helping yourself in the process. Can you just give me an example of how you've been helped during the time that you've been a care provider?
Yeah, the companionship is very important, and the CARE program is very close to my heart. I want to give back to my county, my community, and the country I live in. To help people is very important. If you have someone helping someone in need, it is empowerment. And that's what I see, the weaker part of my community be stronger and active member of my society.
It truly takes a village, for sure. Absolutely. Mary, I'm going to come back to you. How can viewers learn more about this program, and if they're considering that they too want to be a provider through the program?
We do have a Fairfax County CARES website.
Okay.
They can just Google and they can find the program. Also, they are welcome to contact the Fairfax County Adult Service Intake line, 703-324-7948. We welcome their call. We will help you and guide them step by step.
Excellent. You really are driven by helping others. And so, Mary, I'm going to start with you. The work that you do with the county, how does that resonate with you with regard to the capacity of helping others? I mean, I know that you're one person, and it's a big county, and there's so many needs.
That's
but
true.
What spurs you on day after day?
Right. Because I believe that my role is very important. Particularly the people who come to our program, they are passing through a lot of losses in their life. They already lose their youth and strength, maybe physical strength, but at the same time, they lose their health condition, they lose their loved one, or they lose the place they called home and lived a long time. while they pass through this kind of difficulty, I see easily they can lose their hope. They easily forget who they were and what kind of support and love they had. And those difficulties turn their heart to despair. But then when I jump with the resource with the county has and connect them with this resource, I see their life transition from despair to hope that can be replaced with any other thing as a helping profession. So that is my field.
That's fantastic. And Rubina, I'm going to let you have the final word. How does the program, how has it benefited you?
Helping others is very close to my heart and professionally rewarding.
That is a wonderful way to end this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, both of you, for really delving into this program and everything it has to offer and how you benefit from it. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this edition of Mature Living. I'm Fran Guasta-Desengi, and we'll see you next time.